Okay, so to prepare for transfer to mom, our nurse and respiratory therapist are going to position baby. They're going to make sure that they're holding the oscillator correctly. Put head of the bed down. Our respiratory therapist is in charge of airway and ET tube while the nurse prepares lines and positioning baby for transfer. The key is open communication between nurse and respiratory therapist. Okay, so now we're in position for mom to pick up baby. Okay, so to do a transfer to mom with a micropreemie, you're gonna need the parent. I'm gonna be acting as the parent today. We are going to have Olivia as our RN. She will be in charge of all of the lines and just general IV and baby. We will have a respiratory therapist here. Teresa is acting as the respiratory therapist that will be in charge of the ET tube and some of the circuit. Ben is our other respiratory therapist over here, in charge of the circuit, in charge of the high frequency or ventilator, CPAP, whatever we're using with baby. And then Erica is our standby person who is helping with whatever needs to happen. So we need a minimum of a nurse and 2 RTs, but we would like 2 nurses and 2 RTs plus the parent to do this transfer. Are we ready? So initially we're gonna take the side down and Olivia is gonna prepare the lines and make sure baby is ready for transfer. Teresa's already watching the ET tube and the circuit. I'm the parent. I'm gonna step in. And the key is everybody's gonna have open communication and go slowly. First step is mom is going to put hand behind the head and neck to support baby's head and neck, and one hand under the hips. We're gonna check in with everybody. You're in charge, so you're gonna kind of keep open communication and check in with everybody. And then baby is going to kind of go on the side to keep midline and keep the ET tube stable. And mom is going to go down to baby and then stand up with baby on her chest. Slowly making sure everybody is communicating. How's my ET tube? And you're going to be the one asking.
Looks good. How's our ET tube?
Secure.
Okay.
And then you want to move that chair closer?
Erica's going to move the chair closer to me. And I'm going to shuffle once to my right and once around. How's everything going?
Good.
And sit down. Okay, we're sitting. Our other respiratory therapist has adjusted our ventilator, ET tube stable. And I'm going to go ahead and lean back. We might need pillows behind, things like that. And here we are sitting with baby on an oscillator in mom's arms. Okay, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. And now we adjust the oscillator, tape the oscillator where needed. IV lines are okay. And we can put legs up for mom. Thank you.
And a blanket.
And a blanket for baby to stay warm. I don't think so right now. Let's just.
Put your hand.
Okay. Okay, and we have successfully transferred a micropreemie on an oscillator. So now we're going to show transferring baby back to bed. Respiratory therapy is going to take the tape off the oscillator, tubing, and the circuit. Teresa's in charge of ET tube. Mom's going to hang tight and be patient. And then Erica, you can go ahead and put the recliner back. Mom's going to stay pretty tight. You can take the, perfect.
Yeah. Hold right here.
Yep. Olivia, are IV fluids okay? ET tubes okay?
ET tube's okay.
Circuit's okay? So mom is going to move slowly, sit up. I think she's going to need a little help repositioning. Yeah, because you get stuck in that chair, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then she will stand up. Ready? 1, 2. Okay. Shuffle once this way. You're going to have to make sure the circuit is moving with mom.
ET tube is good.
And then she is going to bring baby down to bed, leaving her hands behind the head and the hips. Okay? Everybody okay? And then hand can come out from under the hips. Make sure that ET tube's in good position and tight. And mom can remove hand from behind the head. And now we're back in position where mom can step back. RT can make sure ET tube's secure, ventilators back in place, and we can move baby and turn baby back into a safe position in bed to close. Okay. Head of the bed up. Okay, and then always remembering the side of the bed to go up, IV fluids all set and safe. And we are back in bed.